Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another review of an interesting Romanian made fountain pen. This time I have a rather special fountain pen. It is specially designed for the office or for a desk, and it is called Flaro Cabinet. Cabinet is a word in Romanian meaning office or a study, and it has a proper name for its use. Unfortunately, I don't have the desk stand of this fountain pen, and I will leave you a picture of it on the screen. It is round shaped, and it has a little metallic part. But what is interesting is that inside that stand has a powerful magnet. So when you place it on that stand, it can rotate like this, and it is pulled by that magnet. I have bought with me several desk fountain pens that I have in my collection, including ballpoint pens designed for to be attached on a desk stand, and also some other Flaro fountain pens. Let me start by describing this wonderful piece. So you see, it has this holder which stands on the desk stand. It has a section here for easy removing. The whole fountain pen, including this stand, are made out of plastic, thermically molded. I will put this here. I've already shown you the beautiful imprint, thermically imprint Flaro cabinet. And you can see that this is typical, like a large desk fountain pen. I compare it with this fountain pen from the 1930s. Well, you must know, guys, that let's say this Flaro cabinet was produced in the 1970s. So by the 1970s, most of the Western producers they didn't concentrate anymore on producing desk fountain pens. The highlight of the desk fountain pens was in the 1920s, 30s, and maybe with the Parker 51 in the 1950s or 1960s. But this is a product of the 1970s, so quite outdated by then. But you must know that in communist Romania in the 1970s, there were still lots of institutions that used deep pens. So the old way of just dipping the pen in an ink bottle and writing with it. This has its own reservoir. That's why I call it a fountain pen. And guys, let me show you. So practically it is formed of three parts, and I will show each and every one of them to you. So this is the main part of the fountain pen. So practically this is the fountain pen. You can write with it as easy as this. The other parts, they simply, this part covers the integrated ink converter that you can see here. It is like a piston, and they have the role of covering it. Let me put them here. So this fountain pen lacks two parts, or three parts if you include the desk stand. So if you notice here, right here, it should be a piece that holds this transparent plastic with this part, and if it holds it, now the piston can be removed. And why did I put this fountain pen? So I have a recently reviewed 61S, I have another 61S9. I have a beautiful, beautiful celluloid 61C. And I bought all of them with me today to show you the interchangeable parts of the Flaro made fountain pens. So let's take for instance this Flaro 61S. And it is easy to see on it the part we are missing. So we are missing this part over here. I will disassemble it by simply unscrewing it. Okay, I removed this part and now I'm introducing this part here. Although it doesn't fit till the end, it fits quite good. And let me show you now. So we have a perfectly operating piston with a piece from the other fountain pen. But not only that, remember guys, this is from the Flaro cabinet and this is the barrel of the 61S. Let me show you the compatibility between this model and that other model. So almost perfect, and you can see that it stops right here, but oh, I may overdone it. Sorry guys, I might overdone it, so I will take it off. And maybe this isn't 100% compatible, but let me show you the other one, the Flaro 61S9 version. Oh, this has ink in it. And with this you can see almost compatible like the other one. And let me show you this beautiful celluloid. No, this isn't compatible. But let me try the green part here to see if we can let me take this out. Okay, now I will remove this green part from here. Okay, I just want this part. Let me see if I can. Maybe I'm not doing it correctly. Let me see if I can put it this way. No, not compatible. So only this way. But even though it doesn't reach the end, you can see it does its purpose. There are parts compatible with the Flaro fountain pens, and this is a good thing, because if you lose this part like this fountain pen here, you can replace it with the parts of other Flaro fountain pens. So I will take aside those pieces here. So they are all from the series Flaro 61. And this one. And yes, we are left with the fountain pen. And I already told you that it is formed of three parts, so you can remove this part. And unfortunate guys, there was also another part here, but let me show you what I mean. So if you want to fill this fountain pen, you can simply use this without revealing the inner converter. But if I rotate this part, you can see now this is visible and it can be easily filled, and you can see the level of ink. We have another two rings that separate these parts, so one metallic ring over here and the other one over here. I don't like the fact that they can be removed, so they can be easily lost. And if you put this is the fountain pen. So this is one of the things that I don't like, the fact that those rings are not fixed in place. Let me show you now, guys, the nib. We have a steel nib. It has some imprints on it. On this one says Flaro Iridium 51FK. Interesting, guys. The 51FK. So if you watch my channel, you already know that there is a connection between the Romanian firm Flaro and some East German producers of fountain pens back in those communist times. You must know that East Germany was a communist state back then, and there were connections, commercial connections between Romania and East Germany. So, what is the meaning of 51FK? Where F stands for fine, but K stands from German word Kugel, which means ball in German, and it refers to this top of the nib, which is quite round pointed. Round pointed. At the end, we can see the beautiful feed, an ebonite feed specific to the models from the 1970s in Romania. And you can see here the round pointed end. Although it says iridium on the nib, I'm not so sure that the point is made of iridium. It is an alloy resistant to the contact with the nib, with the paper and the ink. I have here another fountain pens. This is a beautiful American fountain pen, a world ever sharp fountain pen. It was a desk fountain pen. It was already reviewed on my channel. So, what is the difference between the systems of those two fountain pens? At first glance, there is not a difference. We have two balls, but the system lies in this part. So connecting the ball to the desk stand. Here we have an example of a fountain pen made in Italy back in the 1930s. And you can see, let me zoom on it, the system. So it's quite interesting. The ball, it is fixed in this location and it can be easy rotated. The metallic ball is fixed by the main part of the desk stand by us screwed in. You can see it unscrews like this, and it is fixed in this stand. When you look at it, it is quite complex and it needs a lots of craftsmanship and precision. And what did the Romanians do? So this is a quite ingenious product. So simply, why do we need to fix it on this? Simply put the ball in a stand and let's put a magnet right here, a powerful magnet that will draw the ball, and it has the same role as this one. So they practically removed this part here, which is quite difficult to produce, and replaced it with a powerful magnet. Of course, this is made out of marble, so not on a marble stand, but the stand of this fountain pen, the Flaro cabinet, was a rounded plastic material, and it let the powerful magnet draw this metallic ball to the stand. I have here some other products. This is another stand made by Omas. It's simple like this, and here it had the same principle as you saw on this early model. This time this is a wonderful stand from the 1950s. I'm sorry, I don't own the base, like I don't own the base on the Flaro, but it is like it is. And I said to you, I have also two ballpoints. One is original, and one, unfortunately, You can see it's like a Franken ballpoint pen. I should make a special episode about this Franken ballpoint pen. So initially it was a lever filler, but someone removed the nib and did some little carving here and used some material, paper material, to fix the small ballpoint pen tip instead of the original nib. So it is what it is, guys. But now let me please return to our beautiful Flaro cabinet. And of course, I will do a written sample with it. For the written sample, we will choose, I think, let me see, a very conservative ink. And I'm thinking of, yes, a black ink, the stuff made for offices and official institutions. And quite an affordable ink, the Pelican 4001 Brilliant Schwarz or Brilliant Black. I will put the ink here. Let me get rid of those beautiful desk pens. I will put our desk pen here. Okay. I think, yes, we will change the angle of the camera and then we will do the writing sample. So guys, let me see if I can put this right here. Yes, I think we are good. I have just a simple piece of paper. I have the desk pen here. Okay, first of all, guys, I need a little piece. Yes, I have this piece because believe me, it is quite hard to draw the ink. Let me take the parts off. I will put this here. I will put this part here, and look what I mean. These rings, they fall apart, and it is the risk of losing them. So let me see if I can. Yes. Okay, you can see it. Let me take out the ink. Okay, guys. Give it a little bit of shake. Okay. So, look, I am moving the piston gently. This is an important part, so try to bend slightly the ink bottle. And now let me draw the ink gently. Yes, you can see the level rising. Let me do a full. Okay, you can see the amount, the generous amount of ink that was drawn. Let me take the excess ink off. I have a tissue right here. Clean it. Okay. Now, always, guys, remember to close the ink bottle to avoid accidents. And let me show you what I mean. So this is the main part of the fountain pen. You can simply write it like this. And you can see it writes. I will put those back on. This one. And yes, it should go like this. Strange. Yes, guys, it appears that by putting this piece here, which is not quite compatible, you can see there are some, I don't want to force it because it's clear not compatible. By putting this piece here, I can't put the barrel back in. So in fact, some of the pieces might fit and some of the pieces they don't fit. What to do in this case? It's simple, guys. In this case, I will simply remove this part. So be careful because you don't put your hands on the white part, but just only this part. And I will remove it. Okay, now I will simply rotate this part to this level so no ink was spilled. And now I will put the cap back on. Sorry, the barrel back on. Yes, you can see now it fits. Maybe I didn't put this right, the ring. So this is my little problem with it. Maybe, I'm sorry, maybe it was designed to, like this ring, to be securely placed here. And you can see, but it is what it is. I will do the same procedure. Okay, I will put this here. Now I will unscrew it. I will put this part here. And now the end part here. Okay guys, let me put this little part here. Maybe a proper zoom will be in order. Okay, so let me again change the angle. I don't like it a lot. Okay, now I like it. So I have here a Flaro. I'm sorry guys, I left it for some time. So this is the disadvantage of this fountain pen. It doesn't have a cap, so if you leave it a Flaro, and the model is cabinet. This is a desk fountain pen. It was made in Romania in the 1970s. It has a steel nib, FK. So a fine kugel, a ball ending of the nib, which allows you to write from different angles. So quite a nice steel nib. This is imprinted with Flaro on it, so it's not a nib from East Germany. Let me show you how juicy this is. Not such a juicy nib, but quite nice. Let me now see if we have some line variance. Let me show you. So I will try to write with it. So no flex. Now we'll do the pressure. So here no pressure. And here we start pressure. So definitely no line variance. Guys, I can tell you it is a smooth writer and no scratching till now, but I say till now because I want to do the reverse. Look at it. Reverse writing. Whoa, quite nice. So if we have an F nib here, definitely we can call this an extra fine. And definitely an yes to the reverse writing. So quite well, no scratching and a good ink flow. Let me see how I can do a signature with it. Yes, quite nice. And now guys, let me tell you about the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Quite a nice writer, guys. And this was my review of the Flaro cabinet. You must know that this had a nice commercial success because it was bought by lots of state owned offices. And you know that in communist times, the private businesses were not allowed. So every post office, every government agency, they had this quite cheap fountain pen made in Romania. So it was very important for the communist authorities back then to not import foreign made fountain pens and products because they had to pay them in a foreign currency. And there was a lack of foreign currencies in my country. That's why they preferred and they were obligated in a way to procure Romanian made products. So this was, even back in the 1970s, a success because lots of rural post offices they still used the dip pen to write documents and official acts. So this was quite practical because it had this reservoir of ink which made it quite popular and quite easy to use. So guys, a nice fountain pen, a special fountain pen. It is the only desk fountain pen that I know that was produced by Flaro. Indeed, they also produce lots of deep pens, so simple wooden bodied pens with special nibs that were specially adapted for the dipping in ink. But this is the only model that I know made for Flaro, a fountain pen desk pen. Guys, thank you for your time. I wish you to have a nice day wherever you are. For those who are new to this channel, if you've enjoyed this review, please subscribe to this channel to support my activity. We will see each other at the next episode. Thank you for supporting this channel. Please take care of yourselves. Bye bye, guys.